Lesson 41, Sound. Hello, and welcome to this lesson. Today, we are going to learn useful vocabulary and collocations for describing sounds in nature, ordinary sounds in daily life, and the noises made by people, animals, and objects. A. Sounds in nature. An eerie silence is a silence that feels strange, frightening, and mysterious. In the first scene, everything was silent at the beginning. Then the people heard a rumble of thunder in the distance. A rumble is a long, low sound. Soon, the wind was whistling through the trees, and the waves were crashing on the beach. The whistling wind produced a high sound as it moved through the trees, while the crashing waves made a powerful noise as they hit the shore. These sounds showed that the storm had begun. Another scene describes a peaceful place for a picnic. There was a babbling stream, and birds were singing in the trees. A babbling stream makes a low, continuous sound as the water flows over stones. The peaceful weather did not last. The people soon heard the patter of rain on the leaves above them. The patter of rain is the repeated light sound made by falling raindrops. The picnic was turning into a typical British summer's day. In a third scene, no sound broke the silence of the wintry landscape. To break the silence means to interrupt a period of complete quiet. Suddenly, 2 shots rang out. When a shot rings out, it makes a sudden, loud sound that can be heard clearly. The people then heard the piercing cry of a dying bird. A piercing cry is extremely high, loud, and unpleasant. These sounds showed that the hunting season had begun. B. Very loud sounds. A sound that is extremely loud can be described as deafening or ear-splitting. For example, we heard the deafening noise of 3 enormous military aircraft passing low over our heads. We heard the ear-splitting sound of 3 enormous military aircraft passing low over our heads. Both expressions describe a noise that is almost painfully loud. The word noise can also be used as an uncountable noun. Excessive noise means more noise than is reasonable or acceptable. People who make excessive noise after 10 o'clock at night are very antisocial. Background and muffled sounds. Background noise is sound that continues around you while you are concentrating on something else. When you work in a large office, you become accustomed to constant background noise. A muffled sound is quieter and less clear because something, such as a wall, is blocking it. We could hear the muffled sound of music coming from the flat above us. Voices and laughter. A shrill voice or shrill laugh is high, loud, and unpleasant to hear. Marie has such a shrill voice that I cannot listen to her for very long. Raucous laughter is laughter that sounds very loud and unpleasant. I could hear raucous laughter coming from the party next door. Thuds, bangs, and grating sounds. A dull thud is a low, heavy sound made when something falls or hits a surface. The heavy box fell from the shelf and landed on the carpet with a dull thud. A grating noise or grating sound is harsh and unpleasant. The large old iron door made a grating noise as it opened. An extremely loud sudden noise may be called a loud bang or an almighty bang. There was suddenly an almighty bang. The lights went out and smoke poured from the back of the television. The word almighty emphasizes that the bang was extremely powerful. Traffic, music, and machines. The loud, continuous noise produced by vehicles can be called the roar of traffic. I could not sleep because of the constant roar of traffic outside my window. When music or a radio is playing extremely loudly, we can say that it blazes out or blares out. Loud music was blaring out of the radio in the kitchen. Machines may hum or whir while they are operating. These verbs describe continuous mechanical sounds, often heard in the background. As we talked to the factory owner, the machines hummed and whirred in the background. A hum is generally a low, soft, continuous sound. See verbs used with human sounds. People can give a sigh when they breathe out deeply, often because they are tired, relieved, disappointed, or sad. A person can also give a laugh. Someone may give a loud cry, or more specifically give a cry of pain, give a cry of surprise, or give a cry of alarm. A person may also give a gasp when they breathe in suddenly because they are shocked or surprised. They may give a groan when they are in pain, uncomfortable, or unhappy. Sounds made by people, animals, and things. A person, animal, or object can make a scratching sound. It can also make a clicking sound, make a rustling sound, or make a crackling sound. A scratching sound is produced when something sharp or rough moves across a surface. A clicking sound consists of short, sharp noises. A rustling sound may be made by leaves, paper, or clothing moving gently. A crackling sound consists of many small, sharp noises, such as those produced by a fire.